Welcome back. Thursday morning, 8:30, sales video. Trying this new way. I already got the stuff. Just going to name the prices, go from there. That way, sales videos, if I don't have talking points, can be relatively shorter. The subject or topic for today is nothing that real important when it comes down to reselling wise. When I get done with the video and it's posted, I got pictures of about 25 disc media. I have a stack that I accumulate, right, of disc media that as I'm getting pictures, I look at the disc because I get a picture of the disc out with the case here and the disc right below it, and then flip it over, do the same thing and get a good angle on the disc itself. If there's a small surface scuff, it'll be in the picture as much as I can. I do write, it has a small surface scuff or a couple of them. If it has any more than a few, it's going to get respun or resurfaced. Most of the time, I'm not buying disc media that has a chance to sell for 12, 13, 15 bucks. That's going to need respun, especially ones that are really bad. So the stack that I have is maybe 15 now of DVDs or just all disc media. I think there's a game I have in there. I forget which one I got. I think there's two actually. And then CDs, and after it gets to like 25, I'll take an hour, maybe not even an hour out of the day and get those resurfaced, and then I'll have a whole chunk to add, right? So what I still have left is about 25 of what I've gotten in the past handful of days. So those already have pictures from yesterday, from last night at like 6 o'clock when the sun was starting to cast behind the trees to where it's not super, super sun bright on my little picture area. So those will be listed when the video is up and posted. And if I can, which I should be able to, if I start incorporating getting the stuff earlier and stacked up and just show a video like that, as opposed to seeing what's on the list, what needs to go out. And the list, I mean, is just what's on the tablet, and grabbing this stuff and doing that for all of them, talking about it, and then plugging the phone in and then cutting it. So these videos, again, like I said in yesterday's videos, are going to have very, very, very negligible cuts in them. So it's, for the most part, going to be impromptu. It's really not impromptu, but that's what it's going to turn out to be. So the first part that we're going to go over, which is actually the only part really, unless I think of something at the end of this video, is what sold. So let's find out what sold. Now I'm going to be pointing this way instead of that way. So this is going to change by basis of different videos in short time, because I need to figure out the best way on how to go about presenting this. And I can't start figuring that out once I start doing this. John Michael Montgomery, I love the way I love you, you love me. Yeah, that one. This 45 is 11 bucks. I've sold a handful of the 45s now. Have I recouped my 100 bucks I spent on, I forgot how many, 745s that I only had, I think like 60 or 70 that turned out to where I could list that were 12 bucks around there and more. Not retiring on this one, but it's gone. Willie Nelson, Stardust, had two of them, one now, 12 bucks. If you're new here, I round up or round down. This was $12.24, so it's 12 bucks. And I do free shipping on everything with auctions. LTJ Bucum, multi-disc gatefold 17. This You know what? Maybe this is a while ago. This I got at Savers in Parma not too long ago, maybe a month ago. And someone asked me a handful of questions about it last night. And they went ahead and bought 72 bucks. So this is a box of Sacred Creations Oracle. So just the cards themselves are like 20 bucks. This is an entire box set. So this I had to hand type. No barcodes. 72 works for me. Scorpions, Philharmonic something. Phil Moniker, whichever it is, $25 CD. Marty Stewart. So this one does have a barcode, right? But it's one of those barcodes that does not register. So Marty Stewart, an older, bigger country singer. It's sealed. Is the only reason why I hand typed it. Glad I did. 30 bucks. 30. Dave Matthews Band. Although what I see, there's a lot of Dave Matthews out there, and there's a lot of gatefold stuff and live stuff and all that. The vast majority, to most, for individual sales, aren't really worth it. Now, if you get a whole bunch and you lot them together, yeah. This is one that, you know, I might have one other Dave Matthews. This one, 11 bucks. And Elvis and Speedway. So Elvis still sells. I would say more than half of Elvis stuff still sells for a good selling point and good profit point. Not good profit. I mean, it can still profit. So this is not a monster profit. It's sold for 14. So even after I do all the math, product cost and shipping and all that, you know, I'm still making $3, $4, $5, give or take. And I'm waiting on a payment for another one of those signed Michelle Shocked CDs, which is strange because I bought, I think, like 6 total. One sold pretty early. I want to say one just sold the other day for 50 bucks, however much it was. And the other one that I'm waiting payment on sold for 55. Now, these are signed. So when I was making the other video, I said that she doesn't have her stuff digitized, as a meaning on streaming services or YouTube, and she will request to have them put down. That's kind of her stance. So I did look up a little on why, I forget exactly how I typed it up, why Michelle Shocked isn't on streaming, and that's her stance. She doesn't give in any interviews everything that what there is online that you can find out more verifiable is just more embellished from what other people have wrote. Her stance, and I forget the interview of what it was like 10 years ago, that's not how artists see. Now I don't want to misquote it. That's her stance, that she doesn't want to be that way. She doesn't want to be the make a penny per play type person, and she's not a big musician either. So that's someone who still does the work for the work and not for the work for them. Hurry up and get it out to every single masses as you possibly can. So there are different ways on how people can make money, but if you're not in it solely, of course everybody does stuff for money, but if your main purpose is not in it just solely for the money, all those pennies add up, still equates to a lot of money. So now I'm starting to embellish her reasoning, right? So that's part of why you don't see a lot of her stuff. So if you want something that's done by Michelle Schacht, you got to go online. Most of just the CDs that are not signed are still 15 to 20 bucks, or not a huge artist. But to have it signed is a different story. So that's going to wrap that up on the inventory aspect of it, the sales aspect of it. Do whatever small little edits I need to in here. So there will be edits in videos, but when I'm going back and forth and getting 8, 10, 15 things, and I have to edit each one to where when I put an item down and then I go get it and I'm starting to present it like I did in previous videos, and if I have to edit, that could be anywhere from 10 seconds to 2 minutes depending on where stuff is, and if I'm finding it well enough, or if I want to drink some coffee or take a breather in between clips. If I have to do 20 of those, 30 of those, and the video doesn't upload or something happens to where I have to do it again, I'll lose my patience. A construction vehicle out there, which is good. So there will be a few edits. It's easier to edit just a couple and to keep videos. This one looks like it's about to hit 12 minutes. So when this is edited, it'll probably be like 8 minutes, and I could deal with that because then I have a lot more time to do more things and get out earlier. I don't think there's much of anything else in regards to that. Maybe, in the near future, I'll make a little list and I'll just kind of tape it right here on the side of the wall, and I can look at that and just kind of think of little talking points. See, something like that will stay in. So since I'm starting to talk like that now, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap that one up. So if you like what you heard, like what you saw, if you learned something, let me know with a thumbie. Let me know more by writing it down below. Sub, share, those are completely free. It helps me, help you, help other people. Appreciate it. Thank you.